The moment you want to quit is the moment you're about to break through. Right now, you're watching this because you're at that breaking point, that place where everything feels impossible, where the voice in your head is screaming, "Just give up." But what if I told you that feeling is actually your compass pointing towards greatness? Let me tell you about a moment that changed everything for one of the greatest minds in history. December 1914, Thomas Edison's entire life's work was going up in flames, literally. His laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey was burning to the ground. 20 years of research, irreplaceable prototypes, millions of dollars in equipment, all turning to ash. Edison's 24-year-old son Charles found his father standing in the parking lot, watching decades of innovation disappear. Charles expected to see a broken man. Instead, Edison turned to him with a strange smile and said something that would define resilience forever. "Go get your mother and all her friends. They'll never see a fire like this again." The next morning, Edison was back at work. At 67 years old, he wasn't planning his retirement. He was planning his comeback. Interestingly, that fire led to Edison's greatest innovations, the phonograph improvements that made him millions. The advances in motion picture technology revolutionized entertainment. None of it would have happened without that moment of total destruction. Edison understood something that most people never learn. Quitting isn't about the situation you're facing, it's about the person you're becoming in that situation. If this story is already shifting something inside you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every week we're breaking down the mindset that separates winners from quitters. When you're ready to quit, your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's trying to protect you from discomfort, from uncertainty, from the possibility of failure. But your brain can't tell the difference between real danger and growth opportunity. That feeling you have right now, that urge to walk away, it's not weakness. It's your system detecting that you're about to level up. And your primitive brain is terrified of change. Scientists call this the extinction burst. Right before a breakthrough, resistance intensifies. Right before you succeed, the urge to quit peaks. It's not a sign you should stop. It's a sign you're closer than you think. Most people quit at 90%. They've climbed the mountain, they're almost at the summit, but they can't see the top yet. So they turn around just before the view becomes incredible. Let me show you what 90% looked like for someone who refused to turn around. 1962, a 23-year-old college dropout named Sam Walton opened his first store in Rogers, Arkansas. Population, 5,700. His grand opening was a disaster. The local newspaper didn't even mention it. His competitors laughed. His own suppliers questioned his sanity. Why would anyone try to build a retail empire in small-town America when all the successful stores were in big cities? For 5 years, Walton struggled. His stores barely broke even. His business model was mocked by industry experts. His wife, Helen, begged him to just get a normal job. By 1967, Walton was ready to quit. He had 16 small stores in tiny Arkansas towns. Sears had thousands of locations. Kmart was expanding rapidly. Walton felt like he was playing a game he couldn't win. That night, he sat in his car outside his Bentonville store and made a list of every reason he should quit. The list filled 2 pages. Then he wrote one reason to continue. What if small-town America is actually the future? 55 years later, Walmart became the world's largest company. Sam Walton became the richest man in America. But it all hinged on that one night when he chose to keep going instead of giving up. Your breakthrough isn't just about you. It's about everyone you haven't served yet, everyone you haven't helped yet, everyone you haven't inspired yet. When you quit, you don't just quit on yourself. You quit on every person who needed what you were building. Right now, there are people waiting for your solution, your art, your business, your leadership. They don't even know they're waiting for it, but when you create it, their lives will change. Every time you want to quit, ask yourself, who am I quitting on besides myself? But let's get real about why quitting feels so tempting. We know it's not just the struggle. It's the stories you tell yourself during the struggle. Story 1. This is too hard for me. You believe difficulty means you're not meant for this. Wrong. Difficulty means you're exactly where you need to be. Story 2. Other people have advantages I don't have. You're focused on their highlight reel instead of your behind the scenes. Stop competing with illusions. Story 3. I should be further along by now. You're comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Your timeline isn't everyone else's timeline. Story 4. What if I'm wasting my time? You want guarantee before effort. Success doesn't work that way. You earn certainty by moving through uncertainty. The most dangerous story? I can always try again later. No, you can't. This moment, this energy, this specific combination of circumstances will never exist again. Later is a graveyard of good intentions. Early in his comedy career, Jerry Seinfeld had one of those nights every comedian dreads. He bombed on stage, not just a little bit. Complete silence. The kind of bombing that makes other comedians cringe. After his set, Jerry sat in his car and seriously considered quitting comedy. He'd been grinding for years of rejection, humiliation, and barely making rent. His parents wanted him to become a lawyer. His friends thought he was wasting his life. That night, Jerry made a decision that would define the next 4 decades of his career. Instead of quitting, he would quit quitting. He created what he called his "Don't Break the Chain" system. Every day, he wrote new material. He marked a red X on his calendar. His only goal was not to break the chain of X's. Some days, the material was brilliant. Some days, it was garbage. It didn't matter. The chain couldn't be broken. 11 years later, Jerry Seinfeld created the most successful sitcom in television history. Seinfeld ran for 9 seasons, made over $1 billion, and is still generating millions in syndication. But it all started with that decision to quit quitting instead of quitting trying. The system Jerry discovered is how all breakthroughs work. Success isn't about massive action once. You have to be consistent in action daily, especially when you don't feel like it. I know, quitting is always an option. You can quit right now. You can quit tomorrow. You can quit next week. The option never goes away. But every day you don't quit, you get stronger. Every day you choose to continue, you build the muscle that will carry you through any future challenge. Champions aren't people who never want to quit. Champions are people who want to quit and choose to continue anyway. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he wanted to quit. When Oprah was fired from her first television job for being unfit for television, she wanted to quit. When Stephen King's first novel was rejected 30 times, he wanted to quit. The difference between them and everyone else isn't that they felt less like quitting. They felt exactly like quitting. They just didn't let that feeling make their decisions. Your new relationship with that quitting feeling should be welcoming it. When you feel like quitting, smile and say, "Hello, breakthrough. I've been expecting you." That feeling is information, not instruction. It's telling you that growth is happening. It's not telling you to stop. Right now, you have 2 paths in front of you. Path 1, quit and spend the rest of your life wondering, what if? Path 2, push through and spend the rest of your life knowing what is. The person you become by not quitting is always more valuable than the temporary relief you get from giving up. Your future self is watching this decision. 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself for continuing or you'll regret that you stopped. But you'll never regret pushing through when things got difficult. Every expert was once a beginner. Every professional was once an amateur. Every success story was once someone who felt like quitting and chose to keep going instead. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your breakdown. Your success is on the other side of your struggle. Your destiny is on the other side of your decision to not quit. What you're building matters. Who you're becoming matters. The person waiting for what you're creating matters. Don't quit on them. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit when you're this close to everything you've been working toward. The world needs what you're building. Keep building. Your rent is due every day, and quitting doesn't pay it. Only progress does. So, what's it going to be? Will you be the person who almost made it? Or the person who refused to quit when it mattered most? The choice is yours. Choose breakthrough over breakdown. Choose persistence over surrender. Choose your future over fear. The moment you want to quit is the moment you're about to win. Don't you dare give up now. If this video helped you, hit subscribe for more no-nonsense content on becoming the man you're meant to be. Drop a comment and tell me which area you're focusing on first. I read every single one.